I'm literally feeding my belly and it's still making grumbly noises and it's annoying me and I'm sad. Like, I'm literally putting food in you. Oh my gosh. I was up this morning at like 5:30 to get up and get ready for work, and then I started streaming at like 6. Well, maybe like 6:30 because I had to eat. My tummy is still yelling at me for no reason right now. I'm literally feeding you. I think it's just been way too long because I forgot to pack a lunch today because I didn't know that I was working. My boss messaged me last night, like during the stream actually. And yeah. So. I just made the biggest mess all over myself. But yeah, and like I didn't know I was supposed to work, like I didn't know she wanted me to work today until last night. So I had zero preparation done for today. And I'm just like very, very, very hungry because the last time I ate was at 6 this morning. So it was 12 hours ago. So I think my tummy is just mad at me for not eating sooner. And I'm excited to start a puzzle because I started one the other day, but I did it on the floor, which wasn't too smart of me. So I'm going to be doing it on a table. As you can see, it's what I'm eating at. Okay. I also didn't bring a water bottle with me, which wasn't a smart idea because I was really thirsty, and then I ended up like chugging my coffee, which that really wasn't a good idea for like obvious reasons, because then I had like the jitters a little bit. Now, like I said, I started this on the floor the other day, so some of the pieces are still kind of together, but I just kind of threw it all back in the bag because my cat was getting very involved with it, and I didn't want to have her be as involved with it as she was. That doesn't actually go there. Yeah, she was very involved with it. And so I took it apart and just put it back in the bag. And I'm not gonna do I'm not gonna like do the puzzle from start to finish just because that was 12 hours. And I do value my sleep while I'm like working again. Like I need my sleep. Today was brutal waking up that early because I've been waking up that early, but I've been letting myself go back to bed. That's been like my reward for getting up early and being productive is going back to bed, which is totally a polar opposite. Does that even go together? Yeah, it does. It's just like totally counterproductive. But it's been working for me. Like I've been really enjoying it and I've been feeling okay about myself while doing it, which is like that's good. As long as I can, that's like my big thing because I need something that's consistent because I'm not consistent whatsoever. I'm not consistent at anything. So it's just been like really frustrating that I'm not and like I work on it. I really do try to work on it. It's just I get so bored. And I know that you can't use that as an excuse. Like we all get bored, whatever. Like I can't like live behind that as to why I'm not doing like as to why I'm not consistent. It's just it makes it so annoying and difficult and it drags things on and I hate it. I hate it. My skin crawls when I have to do something I don't want to do. And it's so frustrating because I want to be consistent. Like I want to go to the gym and I want to like be super healthy again, and then I just have no discipline whatsoever. And I know that that's something I can work on. I know I can learn discipline. It's literally just doing it. It's not that complicated. I let my feelings override what my goals are sometimes. And that's annoying when I do that. And I know that it's a choice before any of the two of you that are watching come at me. I know that it's a choice. I know that I can just make the choice. It's just suffering through something does not feel good. And I don't want to suffer through anything. You know? Like that to me is dreadful. And I don't do well when I have to do something I don't want to do. Because and once again, I know it's a choice. I know it's a lot of me is just being stubborn and not accepting not responsibility. I think that I accept responsibility fairly well. It's just like, I don't want to do things I don't want to do. I would much rather get my sleep than wake up and go to the gym and then be groggy for the rest of the day. And even in school, when I was in school, like I had such a hard time getting up because I would literally sleep through my alarm. And in school was when I was in high school was when I was dealing a lot with my mental health and trying to get me on the proper medication. And through that, I ended up missing a lot of school because I would just flat out miss my alarm. I was on a lot of medication that they were trying me on, and some of it didn't work, some of it did work, but not with other things, and it was really complicated. And I ended up just like thinking about dropping out because at a certain point, like I felt so shitty about myself for like feeling like I was giving up on my education, even though it was like I was literally dealing with figuring out what mental health medication was going to be good for me and right for me. And it was such a long process. And I'm glad that I completed it, but I hated it. My ADHD meds have worn off, guys. For the two of you that are watching, my ADHD meds have worn off, so I apologize. I'm kind of going everywhere. I'm way overtired, but it's Friday, and Friday is a good night to stream because all of you beautiful people are there. And you guys make me feel good, and it's nice, and I enjoy doing it. So I hope that you guys find today is going to be entertaining. Because I feel like a pile of dog shit when I can't provide you good content. But then I also do things like really stupidly, like get myself fucking suspended again after the first stream back. So I'm really not doing things right. And I often feel like some days my self-esteem is better than others, and part of, in a way, like it does feel like there are days when I literally feel like all I have to offer is like tits and ass kind of thing, and like that's all I'm good for, that's all I'm meant for, and that's, you know, and then I feel like shit afterwards for obvious reasons. Like, that's not the streamer that I want to be. There's more than enough people like that out there, and then I like get upset if, not like upset, but then I get like frustrated and feel like shit about myself when I get messages from people being like, would you do this on camera for me? Would you do this? And it's like, I'm not comfortable with that. And it's like, I get annoyed that I receive that type of attention, but it's literally what I'm putting out there. And then other days I'm like able to deal with it better. So it comes down to lack of consistency as well. Like, certain days are easier to deal with certain messages like that than others. And like some days I don't feel like I want to deal with those messages, so I just don't. I tell myself I'm not a complicated individual, but sometimes I feel very complicated, even though I'm not. These aren't new things. These aren't new concepts that I'm trying to make peace with in myself. It's just annoying. You know what I mean? I just wish that I was mentally consistent, because that's ultimately what it is. Like, I'm just not mentally consistent. So it's hard to like maintain my consistent actions. I'm already sweating. And then I'm gonna get cold in another 2 minutes. But yeah, it's a lot of like feelings of going back and forth with my feelings, and it's really exhausting. I'm also exhausted. I've been up since 5:30 today. But yeah, definitely after yesterday's suspension, I need to really, really like pull my channel back to where I want it to go, because what I'm doing is clearly not working. And I do feel like shit sometimes afterwards, because I'm like, if people genuinely want to like sit down and just like listen and hang out with me, then they don't care. But it's like videos like this where I literally have one person, and I'm like, I know that if I had my boobs higher up on my chest, people would watch. And like, at the same time, I'm literally like, I'm also just boring as a person sometimes. Like, I'm very boring. And I'm inconsistent. Oh, I smacked the table. And I'm very inconsistent. And that's frustrating for viewers because I know that if I were to watch, like, Daz games or something and he was like I know that on days that he's like not as high energy, I'm like, he doesn't want to be there. But it's like he does want to be there, he just doesn't have the energy to like put into it. And I feel so bad. And like I completely understand, and like, you know, it's a tough rope. I also don't know what this is supposed to look like. And I don't like taking the time to separate things because I'm lazy. But I have no idea what this puzzle is supposed to look like. And I do have that little card thing. Oh, you guys also can't see. That's my bad. Sorry. Let's see how that looks. There, you can sort of see what I'm doing. But yeah, like after getting suspended twice within 2 videos, like one after another, like it's very clear that I'm not doing what I want my channel to be. And I think I got it in my head. Like I was watching a interview with Amaranth, and like she has so many followers that she can, and she has so much content everywhere, where she's like it's basically like if she misses a day, yeah, it's a lot of money, but it's like there's other content that she also makes money with. And for me, like my only income on this is Twitch because I'm not affiliated with YouTube. And like I'm not a partner with YouTube. So it's like if I miss a day, then it's like literally nothing. And it's not to say that she would miss less than me by all means. Like she would miss a lot of money because she makes a lot of money every day. And it's like, you know. I'm just trauma dumping today, you guys. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay. Today was a really good day first day back at work at my day job. It was wonderful. That was really exciting for me to go back because I miss everybody every time I leave. And they always make it so hard to like go back. Obviously I do go back because I have a very important life when I'm in the States. It's just like, it sucks because there's like so many. What just happened? My thing always does this every single time, and then I don't know what the thing was because I'm watching the bigger thing. Hold up. Thank you for this subscribe. Oh my goodness, that's so exciting. There it is. Okay, yeah. I have a delayed thing and it's really annoying because the screen that I'm watching here doesn't give me, like it gives it to me in real time, but it's really small so that I can't watch what you guys are watching because I would rather watch what you guys are watching so that I know what to fix. Oh my goodness. Thank you for subscribing. That's so exciting. But yeah, like it's like really hard to it's hard to be like switching from like going into Canada and then back to the States and then going back to Canada, just because obviously I miss everybody when I do. And like, okay, that I would like event list, no, alert box. Because that's the other thing. I want it. Games and tool, no. Sorry, guys. Sorry. We are figuring this out. Because there's a thing where, okay, general settings. What? No. Oh. There we go. Okay, let's see what that does. Thank you for subscribing. That's so fun. Okay. Okay. Yeah, okay. Let's see what that does. Left yesterday shouldn't have been a violation. You were careful, just enjoying all the clothes. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I do stand by them dinging me for it, just because like I do know better, and the fact that I didn't do better is what's stupid of me. And like, if I'm like, there's a lot that I need to be doing differently, and the fact that I'm not, and the fact that it's taken me like another time, like I'm already dinged again. It's clear that it didn't sink in like what it means to moderate really what I need to start doing and not do. But it's like, I think in a way it's what I need, because I take things too far all the time, and that's a serious issue for me. It's always been a serious issue, and like, I always take things too far, and I let it carry me away. Like, I let a lot of stuff slide, and then I justify it to myself afterwards, or I'll tell myself like that was a really stupid move, and then I won't put the efforts in place to fix it. And yeah. So at the end of the day, I'm hurting myself and I'm hurting you guys you, because you're the only one here. Yeah, Twitch TOS is just weird. If you had small pool inside, you can do whatever almost. Well, what I was doing, I was like fully backless. And at one point the outfit that I had on was very see-through, which is like not allowed. And it's like, I signed up for these terms and agreements, I signed up to respect them. And so like, I'm fine with being dinged. I recognize that it's what needs to happen, because I'm the one that's disobeying their platform at that point. Because at the end of it, like, if I really wanted if I wanted a platform to do that, I would go and do it elsewhere. Like, and I always do it, like, some days my self-esteem is a little bit higher, so I feel like I can go and do those things, which is horrible, because the higher my self-esteem is, the more bulletproof I feel. And then the more bulletproof I feel, the more I pull that shit, which is stupid. It's fucking dumb. I would like for it to coincide with when I have good self-esteem, when I'm like this. But me being like this, is usually a direct result from me having extreme self-esteem and that bulletproof feeling, which no one fucking likes. No one likes it when I'm like that. I'm kind of a douche. I'm a douche, and I think I'm just like, like, I don't know, it's very addict mentality when it's like enough is never enough. And I do really enjoy you guys interacting. I do really enjoy the reactions. I enjoy giving you guys reactions, and especially like laughter or even like a smile. I enjoy doing that. But then I do it in ways that I know will get a reaction instead of it being myself and then creating that genuine reaction from you guys. I know what's gonna draw a crowd. If I take my boobs out, that's gonna draw a crowd. I would be in that audience if it was on somebody else. Like, that would, that's how you draw a crowd. And like, people show up for that. And then I think when I promote that side of me, which is a horrible way to say it, but it's true, I do. I then feel like shit because that's not who I want to be. I'm not like Amaranth, where it's like this money is going towards like an animal shelter, and she's like an extremely smart businesswoman in that aspect. And like, I do look up to her quite a bit. She has a huge following, but I'm trying so desperately to be somebody that I'm not. And I'm hurting people in the process. Like, I'm hurting myself and I'm hurting other people, and that's not fair to me or them. And then I just want to do like these things, but at the same time, it's like, I get bored of these things, and that's when I feel bad, because if I get bored of just being myself, like, that's an awful way to be. Like, that's so shitty on like everybody, on me, on other people. Like, it's such a shitty way to be. And like, ultimately I do get bored of this. And then when my self-esteem does go up, my bulletproofness does go up. What I think is bulletproof, even though I'm definitely not bulletproof. We've proven by getting 2 back-to-back strikes. And like, try and level it out. Enjoy what you wear and how you move, but keep it about personality. It's ultimately just like, I don't think that you guys are gonna care at all if I'm doing this. Amaranth didn't become this in one day either. That's very true. And she does do a lot of like the ASMR in your ear, which I don't think I would be able to do at all. Because quite frankly, I would like start it and then go to burp and then try to do it silently. But because it's a microphone, it would be like so loud, and it would completely destroy any type of ASMR that I would have created. And like, I think I want to be her so much because of how much like, just I see her and I see success. I look at her and I see committed, successful, which all of those things I'm more than capable of doing. I might not do them in the way that she does them, but it doesn't mean that I'm incapable. She had some successfully crazy ideas. The perfect wave to ride on. Yeah. She's incredibly intelligent. She knew the timing of it. She planned it out. She puts in more hours in a day than I could ever. Like, she said in an interview that she puts in a good 15 hours, whether it's streaming or researching what she's going to do or taking photos for her photo shoots or whatever, like attending meetings and getting business deals. And like, she owns her own gas station. Like, this woman is so smart. Like, she's so smart. She's so incredibly intelligent. And it's like, yeah, oh my God. Like, I think I wish that I could be her and live her life. And that I'm failing I'm like, I really want it. And then I turn around and I'm like, it's not worth the effort that I would have to put in to do it. Like, I don't want to have to get up and go to the gym instead of sleep. I like sleep. I like sleeping, but I feel like shit about not going. And then it's like, I know I'm not disciplined and I could easily just be disciplined. Like, it's not like, it's so easy to just look at somebody and be like, go to the gym and be like, okay. Like, I need to like robot myself and just like no emotion whatsoever. Just robot for like 5 years. In Dutch, we have a saying kind of translated says, every house has its cross. The poor, the rich, and all in between have their own problems. Yeah, like she combated us fucking so many stalkers. She had one that moved within like two blocks or something of her P.O. box. Which is nuts. Like, that's so scary. Like, that's terrifying. And like, there's a lot of crazy people out there. There are, and like, I mean, I say that I'm one of them. I'm very well one of them. I'm already cold. But yeah, like, it's crazy how different people experience different things in the world. And like, I just want to be her. Like, I look up to her so much as somebody that is like got their shit together, you know? Moving up doesn't mean having a better life. No, but it does mean having a more stable life in a way. Because, I mean, the more money you have, the more resources you have to live the life that you want. And I think that that's where I feel a lot of, like, deficit. Not, like, deficit, but, like, I think it's where I feel just, like, gypped in life. And it's like, I want that. I really want that. Like, here's my thing. I'm not afraid to get up and work hard. I'm not afraid of that, because I've proven that by holding the jobs that I've had, by, you know, working hard for a company or whatever doesn't scare me or anything. Like, mainly it's been better to work for somebody else than to work for myself, because I self-sabotage quite a bit. And it's very easy for me to, you know, skip out on what would be good for me, because I tend to care more about how effective I am as a person to other people than I do. Like, I care more about the worthiness I hold for other people, not really for myself, which is a really big, like, self-esteem issue. And then it's, like, really stupid to feel that, ultimately. Like, that's such a stupid thing to feel. It's such a stupid thing to entertain, because my worth reflects nobody. It's not, like, I don't know. It's such a stupid self-esteem thing. And it's so dumb. Like, honestly, like, it's not even, it's, ugh. It's so frustrating. Like, it's annoying, ultimately. It's so annoying. Like, I listen to myself and the things that I not necessarily believe about myself, but how far I'm willing to go to, like, insult myself in a way. Does that make sense? Because, like, I think that it's, like, on days that my self-esteem is higher and I feel bulletproof and I'm, like, feeling on top of the world in a way, which is really unhealthy. You should never feel that. But it's, like, I don't know, it's almost like I try to, like, even myself out. Like, I have to humble myself. Like, I'm like, no, you really aren't that good. Like, you're really not that smart. Like, you're really not that pretty. Like, you really don't work that hard, you know? I think it's like I go to these crazy extremes, and it's hard to find that balance of like, I'm content with who I am and I love myself. And then like have a shit day or something, and then it's like, actually, you're a pile of dog shit. And it's like really like, it's super unhealthy. And then I like trauma dump on you guys, which is not good. So I need to stop trauma dumping. I am enjoying the shit out of this puzzle right now. This is so fun for me. This is like the best way that I could ever finish the day, is just doing a puzzle and get ready for bed. Because I work tomorrow again at 4, thankfully. It's not at 8. That was a brutal thing. Waking up this morning for 8. That does not go there. But yeah, I was very sleepy today. It was really hard. I didn't want to wake up, but I was excited to wake up and go. Just because I really, really miss my coworkers when I go. And I'm off in a bit as well, an 11-hour shift tomorrow. That's rough. Oh God, that sounds brutal. I hope it's for a job that's worth it. Because that's rough. And that's another thing about, like, I'm so afraid to stop what I'm doing and then, like, go to, like, college or something, because I've already tried doing that, thinking I would find myself, and then, like, that clearly never worked. And, like, it's just, like, super annoying trying to figure out what I want in life. I open bridges. That is a cool-ass job. I didn't know that was... I mean, it makes sense that it's a job. That's an important job. I don't think that's very cool. That is very cool. I don't think I ever really processed that would be a job in and of itself. But that's fucking sick. I love that. Yeah, I've never really processed that as being like a job that's available. How does one get into that type of company? Is it like you start in construction? Is it like you start in like business? Something totally new for me as well. Been doing it for a few months now. How do you feel about it? Is it like meeting your expectations? So I just told my wife you got banned yesterday. She says that sucks. Oh, bless her. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Yeah. Thankfully, it's just for 24 hours, but still, it's annoying. I was excited to get back, and now it's like, yeah, we still operate some bridges locally, but a lot are remote controlled now. That's sick. Yeah, I recognized that it was a job. I don't think I've ever like I've certainly never spoken with anybody that's so we have like 10 people on the floor all opening bridges remotely. That's so cool. Technology is really cool. It's amazing what it can do. I'm such a kid in that way where I'm like, wow, somebody thought of that and like created it and made it happen. Like, I'm gonna sound like I don't know. Technology is astounding. I had my first person running under the cross beams, not sure what they are called. Oh, that I have no idea. Huh. They had a cat that needed to go to the vet on the other side of the bridge. Gotcha. Oh, geez. Yeah, that would be stressful. I'm glad they made it to the other side, though. I know that there's a way more strategic way to do a puzzle. I probably should do it that way, but I'm just gonna keep adding pieces until I have no more pieces to add. Then I'll put them all back in and do it again. Will you rage when in the end there's a piece missing? I've done so many puzzles that at this point I just almost like expect it to happen. It's just kind of like as annoying as it is, it's more of just like, okay. Like it's frustrating, but I've like I said, like I have done so many puzzles where it tends to happen, and I think I have this really optimistic mentality that I'm like, oh, I'll find that piece somewheres. And like usually I don't, but then once it's all done, I usually don't notice it as much. Um like I don't always notice if it's actually missing a piece. Unless there's like multiples. But other than that, like I usually don't notice. But yeah, when I used to do puzzles, like back in rehab, I would get so angry if it wasn't there. Um, just because I would spend like nowadays I don't really spend that much time doing puzzles because I do them so quickly because I have the time. But before, it would be like I would only get 45 minutes a day. So I, like, it would take longer to reach the finish line because I couldn't do as much. And that I wouldn't rage per se, but it would definitely bother me. Oh my goodness. I'm trying not to yawn. I don't have the patience at all for puzzles. I felt that too. I really did. And ultimately, the way that I got through it was starting with like really small puzzles, and puzzles that had really big pieces to get me addicted to the feeling of it sliding into place. That's ultimately why I like doing puzzles, is I like the feeling of it when it fits. That feeling in and of itself is very addicting, and it's very soothing for me. I'm pretty tactile as a person, and so if I can get used to the feel of something, that's why I get so annoyed when puzzles are not good quality, because you don't get the proper, like, slide in it, and it bothers me. Like, it's stuff like that that bothers me more than the actual pieces missing. Because at least if it's a good quality puzzle, I would have gotten the satisfactory feeling of putting it where it belongs and having it slide in and fit. But yeah, my best friend and I, she and I have that in common, is we love doing puzzles. And like whenever I would go for a back in touch, to go and like visit my rehab, she and I would do puzzles. This was before she and I got close. This was when I was like afraid of her. She scared the shit out of me because she's tiny. Like, she's so tiny, and it looks like she could just cut a bitch. Like, she's so small and compact. She's my favorite person in the whole world, other than my other favorite person in the whole world. And, like, she's so fucking scary. Not because she gets angry, not because, like, I've actually never really seen her angry except for one time, and even then she just like got quiet, so it like didn't register to me that she was really, it like registered that she was upset, but it wasn't like, I didn't realize how angry she was, because I obviously had nothing else to compare it to, so I just saw her getting quiet and I was like, she looks uncomfortable, maybe she's constipated, like, I don't know. But she's tiny. She's so itty bitty and scary. Like, she's fucking scary. That kid is so funny, though. Like, she's my best friend. Like, hands down, my best friend. My second half, she and I were actually supposed to hang out today. And then I got called into work, and she's got something going on. And yeah. So it's just like, she's so tiny, but she's scary. Like, she looks so happy all the time, and she is. Like, she's, you know, it's just, she's scary. And now, it's like she could tell me she robbed a bank, and my response would be, "But did you use?" And she'll be like, "No," and I'm like, "Oh, okay, good, great. So like, what's the problem? What's the problem here?" And she'll be like, "Oh, like I robbed a bank," and I'd be like, "But did you use?" It's like, "No." Okay, great. There's no problem then. Like, that's the relationship that she and I have. Like, she could tell me anything. Anything in this whole world, and it probably wouldn't surprise me because of how much she and I know about each other. It's kind of like there ain't nothing she can do that I like haven't already heard, kind of thing. She's never robbed a bank, but it's just really funny the way that she is. Like, she's awesome. She is shit. I dropped some pieces. That's not satisfying when I drop pieces. Ugh. This pile of puzzle pieces is stressing me out. So what I'm going to do is make myself even more stressed by doing that. Okay, so that was still put together. I'm basically just going to pick out the edge pieces while trying to simultaneously put these pieces to where I think they need to go. And also trying to fit other pieces while I'm doing it, but not put too much pressure. I'll see you next time. Sounds good. Thanks for hanging out with me for a bit. Mhm. Yeah. Ugh. Oh my gosh. My allergies are bad today. I'm like totally hyper focusing on this right now, and I'm really enjoying myself. But this with a bed behind me because it makes it so much easier to pick up the pieces than if it's on a flat surface. Because I'm not clanging my nails on it and then struggling to grab it sometimes, because that's really annoying, and I find that it slows me down a little bit. Like, it makes it so much easier to go through the pieces. Maybe that's what I've been doing wrong this whole time, is just not using the proper surface to go through the pieces. Maybe that's why my puzzles take me so long. They don't really take me that long. I'm being really dramatic, but still, where there's improvement where improvement could be made in my puzzle doing, look, I would like to explore. Every time, so you guys know this, but my camera delays, like I'm watching on YouTube, so it's like, I like seeing what you guys see, and it's delayed, so every time I move, and it's not me, like, in the moment doing it, and then I see movement on my screen, I'm so, like, quick to turn around, because I think that it's adding in the chat, but it's literally just me moving in the video. And I'm really cringy when I do it. Like, it's really funny. Like, I tricked myself into thinking that people are talking, but nobody is. Okay, the one thing that's bothering me about using a bed as a surface for a puzzle is that they roll where my arm is resting. And that's bothering me, but that's okay. Okay, we gotta... There's a bunch of pieces that I've pushed underneath. Nice, that's where that piece was. I love when you get the piece that connects a bunch of pieces together. That's really satisfying for me. Or like a really annoying piece that you've been like staring at for a really long time. And then you finally get to put it together to where it belongs. Like that piece. Is this giving you guys ASMR vibes? Because it's kind of giving me some really intense relaxation vibes. I wouldn't necessarily call it ASMR. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with ASMR. I'll fall asleep with ASMR on. That's a fun fact. But yeah, I'm always trying to relate my channel back to ASMR vibes for some reason. I find doing puzzles so relaxing. It's just crazy. Like, it drives other people totally insane, like some of them. Like so many people all the time always receiving the I don't have patience for puzzles, and then for me I'm like, it's so calming. I don't know why. I don't know why. Okay, so I supposedly have all of the pieces I need to complete the border. I hope that this puzzle isn't too big for my table. That's what I always fear every time I do a puzzle. I'm like, it's gonna be too big. It's gonna end up falling off. I also don't know what the orientation of it is supposed to be. Like, I don't know what way it's supposed to be. That's upside down, I think. Okay, I think I did it right. Yeah, I did it right. Oh, that's wood. That's what that is. I didn't know that. Yeah, we have to move the thing. Oh god, I hope this fits. Oh god. Oh, thank god. Okay. There. Okay, not bad. Okay, I'm gonna do the wood pieces now. And just because I feel like those are going to be like a really good starting point of this. Okay, I'm going to put the mic there, and then I'm going to bring the computer this way, I think. And hope I don't break anything when I do. Alright, I think I'm gonna change gears. So instead of doing the wood, because I'm getting really confused by it a little bit, I'm gonna do the, I don't know what it's called. Yeah, the wood I'm having a hard time visualizing, I think. But I'm gonna do the log that holds the wood. Maybe. Perhaps not. I want to do. Nope, doesn't work. There's a part that's just like a white stripe that goes across. So I think I'm gonna do that part because that one's like very like defined. Like it's hard to mistake that for other pieces, I think. Oh, it drives me nuts when something looks like it's gonna fit there and then it doesn't. And I'm like, what? Come on. Like, it's so good. It's so close. And then it's just not it at all. No. I was getting excited because I think that it's gonna fit, and then when it doesn't, I'm like, shit. That does not fit. So what I'm gonna go do is, because I'm doing the sleepover tonight, we're just gonna leave it running. Yeah, no, that didn't go there. I'm going to first off change the title. That's what I needed to do. The first thing. All right. Okay. So I'm gonna go hop in the shower. Oh, oh. And get this makeup off. And bring my dirty dishes down. This is why it was so frustrating to move. Good Lord. Alright, don't get motion sickness. And yes, it is literally 9 o'clock in the evening. I have been up since 6. And it's still sort of light outside, and I give 0 fucks. Okay. So I wake in the morning and I step outside and I take a deep breath and I get real high and I scream for the top of my lungs, what the fuck is going on? That was so good. I loved that video. That was very enjoyable. Super Mario it is, kids. For myself that's literally watching this. It's fine. Cringe on a whole level. It's on a very serious level here. This is literally me. I'm just the only person watching. I'm going to put some eye drops in my eye. Because I had makeup on all day, I couldn't scratch it. Missed. Ow. Ow. No, missed. Ouch. Ow. I'm dying. I swear I don't do drugs. I just have a sty. Fuck you. Oh, God. Oh, it's this fucking shit. Oh, God. Oh, fuck you. And everything you're good for. No, I'm not going. I'm patient. Patience is virtue, I hear. We are acting with patience. Oh. Oh, shit. Oh, God. I done fucked up. Ah! We almost died. Oh. Oh, fuck. Here I go. I still have to get that middle one. Ah. Oh. Oh, fuck. I just died.
Oh God.